Hey, my name is Ryan with Yushu, and today I'm doing a break-in update on my Dievier Nomad Heritage black rough out boots. I have finally been able to put these through the paces, so to speak, and I have a conclusive review of what I really think about these boots. So thank you so much for watching. Please enjoy the video. Before we get into a break-in update, I have to come clean. I didn't really do any work in these boots. I do a lot of office work, I do a lot of walking, but I don't really have a need to do physical labor, and I think these boots would be great for that. So if you really want to see how these boots are breaking in with someone who does real work, go to the Happiness Carpenter. He has a wonderful update on his heritage Dievier boots, and he really especially shows how that sole is wearing over time. And I will agree with him and say it is wearing really nicely. But I haven't been able to beat them up. I've taken them on a lot of walks. I've tried to really take them on some hikes. It's the winter right now, so it's not the easiest to do this, but I've put about 10 miles on the boots, and I know for some of you that is nothing, but for me, who's trying to review a bunch of boots, that's pretty good. So I'm sorry about that. But what I'll do, like always, is I will turn the camera around. We'll kind of look in depthly into the boot, see how it's aging, see if anything is falling apart, and then I'll give you my bottom line when it comes to my Dievier Heritage Nomad boots. It took a little bit to break these in, but now that I have, these are incredibly comfortable shoes and they are very well built. So I think, out of the box, when you have something like a big, thick insole, we don't really have that a lot in the heritage boot world, but having it, if you size right, makes this thing just insanely comfortable because you also have a lot of squish with this outsole. The only pair of boots that I have that are more comfortable are probably my Russell Moccasin mock toes because of them being a true moccasin style and being a really comfortable leather. But this is a close second. Now, it's doing the comfort in a different way. It's doing it in a more synthetic way. We're using synthetic materials, squishy materials, but it's really done perfectly in this sense. I have not even come close to breaking in that lasting board. It's a veg tan insole and a veg tan midsole. What makes that so nice as compared to like a Thursday boot, for instance, the sock liner is attached to the boot. So when you wear down through that foam, it's almost like the boot's done. With this, once you wear this out, you simply can just get a new insert and put it in the boot. And again, you're just gonna be able to rock it for that much longer. If you want, you can take that insert out and just use the veg tan insole and break it in like that too, if that's what you want to do. So I just think it's really, really well made. And this leather is aging really nicely. There is no imperfections at all. The seams are perfect. The stitching is perfect. There's a little bit of a loose piece of leather there. That is a minor imperfection. And I'm sorry, I did get different laces. I'm sorry, Dievier. The laces, I couldn't do it. They were just too thick. So these are actually my Russell Moccasin laces because I put different laces in those boots. I put my Russell Moccasin laces in here and that makes it just look a lot better. I feel like I'm able to get it a little bit tighter and everything just works a little bit nicer. One of the main surprises of this boot after breaking in was how much I liked this leather liner. It's not quite like what you get with Alden or with Grant Stone. Those are on a maybe just a step above this liner, but it's definitely better than a Thursday, better than those really value budget brands that are coming in around the 200 mark. And again, this is 180 and this liner is really nice. It's really buttery soft. Now, the exterior finish of this leather is rubbing off on it a little bit, but that just gives it character, just makes it cool. And I'm really digging it. So this boot, again, perfect. Stitches are perfect. And my first pair of Dievier boots that I got a little bit too big, they actually had a seam in the welt, which was, in my opinion, just a marking of a boot that's a little bit less quality because the welts that they're using are just seamed together. And a really properly made boot, you should try to make that seam not show up in the actual boot. Well, this one doesn't have that at all. There is no seam in the welt. There's only the standard seam is where you join it together. And it looks really good on both boots. Where is it there? I can't even really see it. It's right there. So that's awesome. They're holding up amazing. I mean, for $180, this is by far the best value with a wedge-soled boot, by far. And I have to say this, of course, with a caveat that this boot was given to me for free. And I do also have a link that's down below. So if you buy from Dievier and use that link, you are supporting this channel but I would not lie to you on a review just to sell some boots. Matter of fact, I just received a pair of boots that I took out of the box, and it's not this brand, it's a different brand, and I'm sending them back. I don't even want to be associated with the boot. I could make money off those boots, but I'm just going to send them back, kind of forget it happened, and just move on because I don't think those boots are worth the money. But that's not what I'm saying about these. I think they're well worth the money. Now, I even customize these boots. As you can see, I cut the pull tab off. Now, this wasn't any fault of Dievier with the pull tab. It wasn't like it was an effective pull tab at all. This boot, I just wanted to cut it off. I'm not a pull tab guy. Actually, I have several pairs of boots that I've been so tempted to cut the pull tab off of, but I haven't done it. I haven't got the gumption with these because they were free. I went for it and it works great. And you don't need it at all. Even though there is no speed hooks, these open up super quick. If I get the laces out, they open up super quick and wide. It's a gusseted tongue and it's super easy to get your foot in there. So it just wasn't necessary at all. The heel counter, now that I'm looking at it, is breaking in nicely. So again, just awesome boot. I'm very happy with the boot. If you're looking for a chunkier style, wedge sole mock toe boot, and of course this isn't a true moccasin, this is just where they pinched the boot, they pinched the leather. You're going to be super happy with this boot. And then you can get it configured with different soles. If you don't want the black wedge sole, you can get, you know, an upgraded Vibram sole, I think for around $220 or so. But yeah, just they've been holding up great. They look great. Love the black leather. And this is something I want to talk about is I have started something new, and it's a wife review, a wife ranking. I have to give these my wife ranking. Now, just as I get started with this wife ranking, the reason why I'm doing it is because I think it's just interesting to see what an average woman thinks about the boots that we buy. 99% of you watching are men, and you know, I know how you guys feel about it, but what does an average woman think about a boot like this? Just to kind of clarify her ranking, the number one boot on her ranking, which would be the worst boot possible, is the Thursday Brawler boot. She just hates that boot. She hates everything about it. She doesn't like it. She won't make fun of me if I wear it, but she's this close to making fun of me when I wear it. And then the number 10 boot, or the best boot that she likes the most, is an Alden Indy. So that kind of gives you an idea of what she likes. Now, she has a pair of Thursday Diplomats, a pair of Atalantes, and some other nice Goodyear welted boots, but she's not into this. But what is her rating for the Dievier boot? Well, unfortunately, guys, it was a 4.5. 4.5. So not the worst rated boot. She likes the leather, she likes the styling, she likes the look. She just doesn't like how thick it looks. To her, it could be a little bit slimmer. And Dievier has a slimmer silhouetted boot, so maybe she would rate that one a little bit more, but that's where we're going to end it with her rating. I'm not going to try to convince her to like it anymore. So let me know if you like getting that perspective on the brand. But all in all, I've been very happy with this boot. I think you would be very happy if you purchase a pair. They're super comfortable. This will wear out, but you'll just get a new one. They have great flexibility, a lot of really good comfort. If you're wanting a good walking shoe, like a dog walking shoe on a concrete path, this is perfect. If you want a steel toe boot, they have this in steel toe. I think that would be amazing, especially if you're walking on concrete all day. I've had jobs where I've been up on my feet for 12 hours a day on concrete. This would be the boot I would get, especially the steel toe, because that was in construction work. But right now, it's just a super cool casual boot that works for many different occasions. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments about this boot or this brand, and I will see you on the next one.